Hey there, this is Russ Laggan, the real estate dude from Tampa, Florida, and Detroit, Michigan. This is an update for Detroit, Michigan for July 2019. And I'm going to tell you what, man, some of these numbers are still blowing my mind as I get more used to the Detroit market and seeing what these numbers are. The first screen I've got up here is showing you the average, the median sales price, or we can look at average sales price, the average sales price of a property that's being sold in the whole Detroit market from 2016 at 173 all the way to now at 208. So you're looking at average sales prices have gone way up over the last 2 years. You're looking at, substantial gains just in average sales price year over year. From an inventory standpoint, you're looking at new listings. New listings on the market, 150,000 plus were going on the market in 2016 in June, and now we're looking at sub 135. So new listings are actually down, which means there's lower supply. As we get through the rest of these numbers, you'll see what that means overall to the market. Total number of homes for sale. Total number of homes for sale was just below 40,000. In 2016, now you're looking at down in the 25,000 range here as we're looking at current data today, which is really, really low. That means inventory has dropped off a whole bunch. Here's an interesting bit of information when you're looking at pending sales. This kind of tells you where things really are too. Are the sales actually going up or down? Now, you might say, hey, Russ, well, pending sales are going down here. And I'd say, yeah, well, actually, you're right. But the problem is when you look at how many homes are for sale, the pending sales have got to go down because you can't sell homes that don't exist, right? Look at how this graph drops off. Boom, bottoms out. So pending sales are naturally going to go a little bit lower. Still a lot of pending sales, a low of 90,000, and it's been creeping up as the year goes on. Not unusual to see low sales in December, January, and then they'll creep up out throughout the rest of the year, and then they'll flatten out for another couple of months and then drop off at the end of the year. Total closed number of sales, of course, that's going to be down a little bit too. And while most people would say, well, Russ, closed sales are down, and I'd say, yeah, well, of course they're down because, again, go back to homes for sale. There's no homes for sale or way less homes for sale. So here's an indicator of a little bit of good information in the market. You're looking at days on market. Days on market, people have been talking about the market flattening out. Well, here's the cool part. It hasn't continued to drop. And a lot of people say, well, the market's going flat. The market's going flat. Well, of course it's going flat because it can't continue to drop forever. It's going to get down to a certain level and it's going to kind of just hang there. So when you're looking at the entire MLS, days on market, it's been stuck at around 39 or 40 for the last year just about, which means that's a good flat market. I like that. Keep it stable, keep it flat. That's actually good for stability in a market like this. Here's a real knockout here. Total month supply of homes back in January of 2016 was 5.3 month supply of homes. And then look at this. Since the beginning of 2018, 3.4, 3.4, 3.4. And what that simply means is if you sell every house that's on the market at the current rate homes are being sold, it'd take 3.4 months to sell every home on the market if nothing else comes on the market. What that also means is this is a seller's market, which means if you put a property on the market and it's priced reasonably well, it's going to go off the market within the next 30 days or so, and it's probably going to go pretty close to list price. Here's a perfect indicator of that. When you look at the entire MLS in 2016, people are getting a little bit of a deal, a little bit below list price. The property listed for $100,000, it went for $97,400. When you look at coming into last year, man, if you listed something in the market, it was only going $1,000 or $2,000 below asking price. So, and typically that's only because some houses were so overpriced they had to go below asking price to be able to get down to what would actually appraise. So this is actually an indicator of a market where basically sellers are putting a property on the market. If it's priced right, it goes immediately and it goes for full price and or is going for over asking price, which we're seeing a ton in this market. And it's very frustrating for buyers and super, super exciting for sellers when they get over asking price. Here's a good number that I like to look at too. When you're looking at average price per square foot, 2016 was $98. In the Detroit market now it's $122 average for the whole entire MLS. You look at 98 to 122, that's over 20% it's gone up in the last 3 years. I don't know about you guys, but that's good, solid, strong appreciation. So while a lot of people are saying, hey, market's flat, market's dying, it's going to die, markets can't die. You don't have a bubble at a 3.4 month supply of homes. And when you look at what's happened in the last 3 years, properties have gone up, around 7-ish or so percent on average over the last 3 years, consistently over the last 3 years. It's gone up about 7% per year. So what that means to you is if you're thinking about buying a house and it's $200,000 and you bought it last year $200,000 house at 7% increase in appreciation over last year means that same house cost you $14,000 more for the exact same house by waiting a year. So if you're not saving a little over $1,000 a month for your next home, you're actually making the next home less affordable. So if you're thinking about buying a house, now's a good time to buy a house because the market's still, again, month supply, very, very low. You've got sales prices have been creeping up. Of course, we're going to crunch the numbers. Sales prices have been creeping up. You've got the price per square foot has gone up consistently, and then the actual showings per listing has gone down. Well, all this basically means is the market's flying. It's going to continue to fly, and until these market numbers shift substantially, it's going to keep doing what it's been doing. So if you're thinking about buying or selling in this market, now's a great time to sell. It's also a good time to buy because it looks like by all indicators in the market here, the property prices should continue to increase over the next year or 2 or 3 based on supply of homes. Barring something changing substantially, prices are probably going to go up based on these numbers, just like they have the last 3 years. So that's all I've got for right now. Again, I'm Russ Laggan, and if you need some help in real estate, don't hesitate to reach out to me or reach out to the person that sent this video to you. Hope you're enjoying the market in Detroit, having fun. I am. See ya.